Hi guys! Today we're going to make a cucumber salad. It's really good. A friend of mine gave it to me. Very low calorie, very tasty, and super simple. I talked about at the beginning of the year trying to do some lower calorie type of ideas, so this would be one. So we'll get going. So what we're going to use English cucumbers. Okay, so these are the really big, long cucumbers, and they're seedless. And we're going to use 1.5 of those. So what we're going to do, we're going to take the cucumber and we're going to quarter it and then slice it so we have it in chunks. Something that I think kind of looks good when you use some vegetables is if you just score it, and you could use a fork or this is just a little scoring tool, but it just kind of makes it look a little bit prettier. So you could do that if you want. If not, not a big deal. Just gives that little striped look to it. So you're just going to quarter them. And you could use regular cucumbers too, except they just have a lot of seeds in them, and these don't. These are kind of actually a tastier cucumber than regular cucumbers. And we're just going to throw all of this in a bowl. We're going to use red onion, some red peppers, yellow peppers. We're going to take a red onion and leave the root end alone. If you cut the other end first, and it doesn't really matter with the red onion because they don't really make your eyes water and they're not really a hot onion. But with other onions, if you leave the root end to the last, that's where most of the gases and juices and everything that irritate your eyes are. So we're just going to take a red onion and we're going to use just half of it. Now, you could cut this up in chunks, you could cut this up in slices, you could cut it up any way you want. This salad is kind of a chunky salad. We don't want all these little dainty pieces. So we're going to rough chop everything that's going to be in it. And it's just kind of a hearty salad. I mean, you could always chop everything really fine if that's what you like. But this just kind of tastes good, really chunky. So this is just a rough chop. You're not going to use a full chopper or anything like that. You're just going to have, you know, a little, like bite-sized pieces, a little bit bigger than bite-sized pieces. So we're going to stick that in there. Going to use our peppers. I'm just going to use a yellow pepper and a red pepper. With the pepper, if you don't know this, you're just going to take the top off. And then you just want to clean out the insides. It's just easier to do it this way. And if you want to, you could just, all you want to do is take this one little membrane right there out, because that has most of the seeds, and take your seeds out before you chop it up. And we're going to do a rough chop with this one as well. And you could use orange peppers, you could use green peppers, just the yellow pepper and the red pepper. Just kind of give it a lot of color, and it's just really tasty in the salad. And again, we're just doing a rough chop. If you want smaller slices, go for it. So we're going to do the same thing with the red pepper. I already seeded it, and you're just going to do a rough chop. We're also going to put some celery in this, and some feta cheese. And if you don't like feta cheese, just leave it out. If you don't like any of these vegetables, just leave it out. Or substitute it with some other vegetables. Try some other vegetables in there. Send me a note on my YouTube and let me know what ones you put in there and if they tasted really good, because it's always good to experiment. You can throw some garlic in here. Although with the pimentos, we're going to put some olives with pimentos in. They're a little bit garlicky. So rough chop with some celery. I have about a cup of olive stuffed pimentos. Okay, and they just give it a little bit of flavor. I never really cared for them, and after I tried them in here, I really like them. They're kind of tasty. You could get the ones that are garlic flavored and everything else. So we're going to put those in there. So you have cucumbers and onions and peppers and olives, pimento stuffed olives. And so we're going to throw some feta, and some celery is in there as well. And we're going to throw some feta cheese in there. Not a whole lot. I tried goat cheese. I don't really like it as well. I like the feta cheese. It's a little bit salty. It has a little bit more flavor. We're just going to use a little salt and pepper. This is just salt and pepper combined in a grinder. That's going to go in there. And what we're going to put on the top is just balsamic vinegar. We're not going to make any dressing or anything like that because it has so much flavor in here already. A little bit of balsamic vinegar, it kind of marries the salad together, just gives it flavor, and it keeps it very, very low calorie. So really, if you're thinking about a lot of calories in this, the olives are a little bit high in calories, but they have a good side to them as well. And the feta cheese has protein in it, so it's not horribly high in calories. So I'm going to say maybe a 1/4 cup of balsamic vinegar, and you're just going to pour that over. And this tastes better the next day. Okay. And then you're just going to mix those together. And it's just a really nice salad. It's just tasty and goes with everything. We're having it with steak tonight. And that's about it. You could put a little bit more feta cheese on it if you would like. I mean, that's an option. And just a tasty little salad. So we'll give it a little try. It actually needs to sit, I think it needs to sit a little bit, so it's really good. Very good. So until next time, we'll see ya.